Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of JN's Own Sweet Home. I'm your host, Jillian Jackson, Senior Business Advisor at the Jamaica National Group. In previous episodes, we discussed all aspects of home ownership related to purchasing a home or building your own home on land that you already own. On today's episode, our expert panel will tell you about how to protect your home. Now, your home is one of the biggest investments that you will make, so protecting it is paramount. So, our panelists here will guide us on this important milestone to safeguard your investment. Before we get into the discussion, I'd like to extend a special welcome to our viewers on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome to all our JN viewers. So, drop us a comment. We'd like to hear from you. Let us know about your journey towards home ownership. I know we have some faithful viewers who have not yet missed an episode of JN's Own Sweet Home. If you're here for the first time, though, we want you to check out our previous episodes where we had rich and riveting discussions about home ownership. I invite you to catch up on the series by checking out those previous episodes on our social media platforms. They're filled with lots of relevant information that I'm sure will assist you on your journey towards home ownership. Also, remember to keep those comments coming. We want to hear from you. Tell us about where you're located and your name and your experience in home ownership. All right, so it's time to introduce my lovely guests today. Joining us this evening are Tanya Lindo. She's a client relationship specialist at JN Bank.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Great. And beside her, we have the lovely Roxanne Wise Shirley from Guardsman Protect.
Thank you, Jillian. It's wonderful being here.
All right. And we also have Kayla Menz, attorney at law at Watson Menz & Co.
Hi, Jillian. Thanks for having me here.
Great. And welcome again, ladies. Thanks for joining us today. So we're going to begin the discussion with a topic about insurance. Tanya, when we do mortgages here at JN, we strongly encourage our members to have insurance. In fact, we include it as part of their payments. What do you say to those people who believe that insurance is an added cost that they can do without?
Yes. Insurance is very, very important and necessary when having a mortgage or buying a home. There are two insurances that is associated with the mortgage, and it's the peril insurance, and that's insurance against natural disaster. So if there is a earthquake or hurricane, which we have quite a few times in the Caribbean, so it's an added protection for the property if there is damage or any loss.
Right.
There is also the life insurance, and that's protection against the mortgage's life. So if there is death, then the mortgage is paid off. So the family members would not have to worry about paying mortgages after the person has died.
I agree, Tanya. Very important. So I'll ask again, though. Do I automatically get life insurance or insurance with my JN Bank mortgage?
No, the insurances are incorporated in the mortgage payments. The peril insurance is not optional. However, the life insurance is optional, but we strongly suggest that persons have life insurance when taking out a mortgage.
I agree. So we've spoken about protecting property through insurance, but what about securing your property and your life from the criminal elements? Roxanne, I'm sure you have some important information to share with us related to that. Tell us about iProtect and the kind of services it offers to homeowners, and how does a homeowner know if iProtect is right for them?
Okay, thanks for that, Jillian. Well, first, I'll tell you a little bit about iProtect.
Right.
So, iProtect is a smart home, smart security solution. Now, from a security standpoint, it offers sensors for your doors, your windows, motion sensors for inside, But I did also say smart home. So what I mean by smart home is that it also has the added benefits of some really cool devices, such as smart locks, smart plugs, smart lights, devices that can control your AC, detect flood, detect leaks. It truly offers you a solution that turns your home into a smart home. And the best thing about it is that you can control it just using your smartphone.
Nice, nice. Right. I know with technology these days, everyone wants to have their phone at the fingertips to be able to do everything. So that's really cool and interesting. So tell us now, how does JN have any products that can help us to purchase iProtect? I don't know the cost. You didn't mention the cost, but does JN have any products that can help us if we want to get iProtect?
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, Jane has a special arrangement with Guardsman. So persons who are interested in this product and it sounds good, they can come to JN, and we have unsecured loan at low interest rate, or low interest rate as well as low monthly payments, and they can borrow and access that
That
product.
product.
Yeah.
Roxanne, I wanted to ask you, tell us a little bit more about how persons will know if they should get it. How do they know that it's right for them? Like, what kind of situation would warrant us getting eye protect in our homes?
Well, Jillian, you made a very important statement, and that is to many people, to most people, the investment in their home is sometimes the biggest investment that they make in their lifetime.
Right.
And so to say that you should make that investment in securing that home, I mean, it goes without saying.
Right.
And so at iProtect, that's exactly what we allow persons to do. So I personally believe, as an iProtect user myself, that iProtect is the right solution for any home buyer, any renter even, to secure their homes. I mean, I want you to imagine coming home late one night and the house is dark, and you can simply take your smartphone and turn your lights on so that you have that peace of mind that everything is okay.
Right.
Or you could even just be a parent and you want to make sure that your kids are at home and they're being properly taken care of. You can take your phone out and see exactly what your kids are doing. I mean, for me, when I'm on vacation, I personally like to leave my lights on so that when it's dark, people can think that somebody is at my house. Now, instead of burning your light all those days, iProtect allows you to simply take your phone out and turn your lights on. So it's really just an amazing solution that really just changes our entire concept of security. When we think of security, we may think about, oh, my doors and my windows are safe, and if an intruder comes in, an alarm will go off. iProtect offers so much more, right? So every single detail of what is happening at your house comes straight to you through your app on your phone, so you never ever miss a beat.
Right.
you
And I
would-
see you have some.
Sorry, Gillian, and I guess you will find that more persons are interested in this kind of home protection now, especially with what is happening.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely. Right now, with COVID, the home is really your workplace now.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and the home is not only your workplace, the home is the classroom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so it becomes even more important now for you to have that visibility of what is happening at home. And also, unfortunately, in this time, there's also a sense of desperation out there, and criminals are taking even
They are.
further steps to burglarize and to
Yes.
commit criminal activities. So it really now has come at a perfect time to bring in this technology that can allow persons to secure their homes. And I must mention, it's also completely wireless. So for persons who may even be renting, or don't want those ugly wires running across your walls, and the drilling and all of that, iProtect is simple and easy. I have here actually the panel that we use. Now, this little panel is almost like the brain of the system. It does everything. It allows you to arm, disarm, see your cameras, and you don't even need to drill it up and mount it on a wall. You can simply set it down on your dining room table or in your kitchen, right? So, and then we also have the camera. Now, these cameras are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It actually has two-way communication. So if you see something that's happening at home that you don't agree with, or you see somebody at your gate, you can actually talk to them, and I've scared a few people with it myself, but it really is awesome. And it's a motion sensor as well. So when it detects motion, it tells you on your phone. So detect motion at your front door, but nobody's supposed to be at home. Who is that?
Exactly.
Right? So it's really, really a very cool, awesome system that allows you to add anything you want and upgrade it whenever you feel like at an affordable, and thanks to Jamaica National, at an affordable cost.
Yes, it is
Right.
affordable. That's why
What kind-
JN, because it is so important for persons, and we'll encourage persons to get that to protect their home now. And that is why JN Bank has really tried to have or make it easier for persons to
Right.
acquire a loan to purchase this product.
Right.
Awesome.
I'm definitely going to be one of your future customers because I'm totally impressed. Thanks, Roxanne. Kayla,
Yes, Jillian.
having a will is an important part of protecting your home, which is your legacy. So tell us, what is a will and who should make a will?
All right, Jillian. By definition, a will is a legal document that outlines your wishes as it relates to taking care of your children, as it relates to the assets that you leave behind, and even just how you wish to manage those assets after you pass away. No, it's very important to have a will. I mean, the minute you own something, a car, a house, an expensive piece of jewelry, you are more than, it's really required to at least have a will. If you have children, if you have a wife or a husband, for example, sometimes even pets, it's very good to have something in place that after you pass away, your loved ones that you leave behind know exactly what you want and how you want your wishes to be carried out. Now, a will in itself, it's very important to have what we call an executor. An executor in that will is basically the person that you're putting the responsibility on to carry out these wishes. And one of those things that that executor can do is to find out the insurance policies that you may have left behind. No, in my experience, I've learned a lot more about insurance through estates and wills. I've had clients who've said to me, I have like 3 or 4 insurance policies. One of them is dedicated just to, paying off my funeral or testamentary expenses. And, that's a very expensive and immediate cost because as soon as somebody passes away, you have to take on the responsibility of burying them. And that's not necessarily funds that your loved one may just have, ready for when that happens. And just out of the blue, I'm sure J&GI has a policy that can step in and, just take over from there and make life simpler. There are also policies, I think, like, the life insurance that you leave behind as it relates to your mortgage. There's also life insurance, I know, just to leave behind for your loved ones and so forth. And those are things that your will itself may not necessarily have to direct how that goes because I know the policy will have that information, but it's also a way to kind of give information to the people you leave behind and say, hey, I have policies. Hey, I have a house. Hey, I have a car. And these are the ways that I want, these things to be administered as well. In addition, it's also important, or it's also good to note that before you get married, you can do a will. But the minute you get married, that will becomes invalid. So when you start a life with a partner, it's good to know that everything you do going forward, that previous will, you're going to have to write it over because you now have to encapsulate that new person in your life. And of course, the children that you're probably going to have in the future as well. So it's very good to keep that in mind. And of course, you can consult an attorney as it relates to, management of your estate and who and what you want to happen. And an attorney will be happy to guide you and help you write that will.
Kayla, you brought up something that triggered a memory for me about getting married before setting a will before getting married. There's something when you purchase a home called joint tenants versus tenants in common.
Yes.
Perhaps you could spend a minute or two explaining that to the viewers.
So joint tenancy instills the term that we call the right of survivorship. And that means that if you and I have a property together and you pass away, your interest will automatically carry over to me. And that would be what we call the right of survivorship. So your interest will automatically just pass over to me and I will be the remaining registered proprietor of that property.
Right.
Now, when it comes to tenants in common, you can determine how you want to split the shares or the interest in that property. So we can split it 50-50, but when you pass away, you may have wishes in your will that indicate how you want that 50% to be distributed after you pass away. I will still have my 50% share, and your will indicate if you want it to pass on to your husband, to your children, and so forth. And that would be the difference between joint tenancy and tenants in common.
Right. Listeners, a previous episode, we went through the importance of having a lawyer, but that's one of the things that you'll have to think about when purchasing a home, and your lawyer will be able to guide you. So again, I encourage everyone to engage professionals when they're in the process of purchasing a home. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Roxanne, Tanya, and Kayla. We had a very riveting and insightful discussion today. So I'd also like to thank our viewers this evening for staying with us and for learning more about the home ownership process. We appreciate you and we appreciate your company, and we hope you join us in our next set of episodes of JN's Own Sweet Home. For further information about our mortgage products, please visit our website at www.jnbank.com. And if you're interested in applying for a mortgage, you can contact us at 888-991-4065. Do take care and stay safe.